Yeah, it came off a split last week. It was a good win against Fordham, who's proven to be a very competitive team. Tom's doing a great job with their recruiting class. They got a young group that's very, very good. And so it was good to get a win here at home. And then unfortunately, Saturday we allowed one guy for Richmond to have a tremendous night. And he was a senior. Darian Brothers did a tremendous job of getting their guys going. So I thought just Saturday we got a little bit away from our defensive mindset, which has been our calling card. So it's a good learning experience for us and a good teachable moment to show the guys as we watch film today. We had some possessions where we defended well, but we had some possessions where we didn't, and a lot of those involved Brothers and allowed him to get going. So, but a lot of credit to Richmond. They played well. I think the big thing was, as I mentioned, we just got away from our what I would call our blueprint. Defensively, which is making things very difficult, for people as the game wears on. And I thought Richmond got off to what I would call a comfortable start, and one guy in particular had a very comfortable start, and that allowed him to get going. So, but that's a good lesson, and the times we've done that this year, have resulted in some either games that have been tougher, even if we won a few, or we've lost a few. So. But when you have a crew that's got our age range, it's good for them to see that because you can really learn a lot from games like Saturday. Typical Xavier team from a defensive standpoint, they're not quite maybe as offensively talented as they've been. Having two guards, one got drafted last year. Another one that went to Arizona, Mark Lyons, will probably get drafted again. He's having a tremendous year at Arizona. So. But they're a little bit more of a lunch pail crew. They're a very good defensive team, similar to us in some ways. And they got an extreme red alert shooter in Redford. And then Christian, they're saying, could be freshman of the year in the conference, which he'll have a chance to do that. So they've got some unique pieces. And obviously Chris has coached them very, very well. Being at home in this conference, like the Big Ten, a lot of my experiences being in the Big Ten, being at home never really guaranteed you anything except you had white uniforms. And then outside of that, so that'll be Wednesday night. It guarantees our crowd will be awesome, but we've still got to go do the job. So you want to try to protect home court as best you can. Yeah, I think just like any team, you try to look at for what you did wrong. You try to look at that for exactly what it is, and you try to reemphasize getting back to being who you are. And so. Obviously, Xavier is a tremendous challenge, and we definitely want to get back on track. So that was the focus between today, and we'll continue with that tomorrow as we head into Wednesday. We'll focus on Xavier as much as we can, but not to the expense of ourselves, because you always want to make sure that you have your own bases covered in terms of what you want to do well.